Go-zirra Motorsports. You have to say it like that. Hey, what's up guys? We're super excited. The TRC R32 GTR Project is officially underway. We're on our way to meet our buddy Andre EMS. I just got word that we just received the RB30 long block that we ordered. So I want to give a really big shout out to our boy Kevin at Go-zirra Motorsports out of Pennsylvania. We were having some difficulty locating an RB30 long block or even a short block here in the States, and as they're not too easy to come by. And he was actually nice enough to sell us an RB30 long block that he was going to use for a personal project of his. I think he was going to put it in some type of BMW, maybe a BMW E46 or something like that. So we're only going to be using actually the short block, rotating assembly, pistons, rods, pretty much just the bottom half, the short block of the RB30. So the RB30 actually comes as a single overhead cam engine. I think in Australia, New Zealand, they came in. You know, a couple people corrected us last time, but it's like, I think it's a Holden Commodore VL or something of that nature. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that short block, which is much more stout and much more sturdy if you're trying to make, you know, over 1,000 horsepower or around that. And we're going to slap an RB26, a fully built RB26 head on that for our power plant. So originally we were going to go with the just a full RB26, the 2.6 liter engine when we were shooting for maybe 700 or 800 horsepower. You know us, we're power hungry. We always start at like 700 or 800 and like most car guys, and end up anywhere north of 1,000. While the RB26 short block does have some really good potential, a lot of guys run them over 1,000 horsepower. They can tend to crack when you say try to make 11 or 1,200 horsepower. Under a very high boost application or high horsepower torque application. So not as common with the RB30, so we're kind of just doing it as a preventative measure. As we well know, this thing might end up at, 11 or 1,200 horsepower. Maybe, maybe not, but I'd rather do it right the first time. I think it's the first daytime shot for you guys. Give you guys another little peek. So we're here with Andre EMS. Here she is. Thanks again, Kev. RB30. Nice. Oh shit. Go-zirra Motorsports. You have to say it like that. Alright, let's unwrap this sucker. So it's ready for 1,500, right?
No, probably about 1,650.
No, RB26 head so much more pretty. Look at that. Oh, there it is. Holden.
Holden. It's gonna be awesome.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And the project begins. Time to take her home and get the head stripped off and see what we're working with the block. So we got to give another really big shout out to our friend Brad at Spool Imports. They're based out of Brisbane, Australia. So we're going to be working with Brad. He's going to be helping us work out some of the parts, some of the internal parts of the RB30. So originally the Holden Commodore that the RB30 came out of is actually a rear-wheel drive platform. So in order for us to be able to get that to work in the GTR and keep it all-wheel drive, we're going to have to work with Brad at Spool Imports. He's actually developed an adapter kit that allows us to mate the RB26 oil pan that actually has the front differential in the GTR to the RB30 short block.
Ooh, buddy. I think it's like the first time anybody's seen an RB30 in South Florida.
Is it? What was that?
Probably.
What'd you say?
This is probably the first time anybody ever saw a real RB30 in South Florida.
It can't be, really?
Who else?
So we were going to jump in here with Andre EMS to pull this thing apart, but he wanted to show his son a few things, so we're going to let him have at it. It's all about that education.
So yeah, so on the 26th, the head actually starts here. Wow. Look how much space it is now with the RB30 block.
That's nuts.
That's almost an inch. It's pretty cool.
Science. What? It's a lot cleaner than I expected.
What do you see? Looks pretty good.
Just like a...
Looks pretty good. Turns good.
So what are you looking for here?
Looking for any...
Because we're not going to use the pistons or rods.
No, we're not using the piston or rods. What we're looking for is any score marks inside the bore. So we want to do the least amount of boring as possible. So the block looks really good.
It looks really good.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at it clean. Clean. Wow. It's a really good motor. There go 26, and then here go 30.
Alright guys, that does it for today's R32 GTR vlog. We just wanted to get the motor all apart and check out and see what we were working with the short block. So everything looks great. Thanks again to Kevin at Go-zirra Motorsports, and we'll see you next time.